Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fine. It's a nice sunny day in Osaka today. Nice blue skies. It's getting warmer. Yeah, we're not quite rainy season and summer yet, so we can just enjoy spring for a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm on the short sleeves today, but yeah, it's getting warmer. But it is a special week in Japan. I'm filming this on May the 1st, which is right in the middle of Golden Week. Golden Week is a special celebration week in Japan. That's the topic of today's video too. I want to tell you about what the different holidays are, what they mean, what people do, all that sort of stuff. So don't tell me I don't teach you anything on this channel. So before I do that, I'll get the stuff out of the way. Please like this video if you please like this video. I'd love to see that. Leave a comment. I'm always interested to get a comment. Get excited. It's like Christmas. What else? Share this channel. That would be great. Share it to all your Japan loving friends. And subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. I really want to get to 500 subscribers soon before I retire, so please help me out. Okay, Golden Week. So Golden Week is a kind of loose collection of 4 public holidays. They fall between the 29th of April and the 5th of May. So I'll go through each one of those. But because all these holidays are quite close together and it's kind of hard for Japanese people to take vacation time sometimes, a lot of companies just close for that time, or it's easier to take time off. People don't expect a lot from your employees in Golden Week. So yeah, that's one of the biggest holidays in Japan, really, even longer than... well, we don't have anything like that in England, really. We have Easter, that's a 4-day weekend, and I suppose Christmas, New Year would be the closest parallel, because a lot of places close between those times. Yeah, so Golden Week has started, and also because the 29th to the 5th, that covers a weekend. It has to. Of course, you get a weekend there, or if one of the holidays lands on a weekend, then you get a kind of bonus day later. So you definitely get enough time off. You don't lose anything. So let's talk about the first day, which is the 29th of April, which is Showa Day. This celebrates the birthday of Emperor Hirohito, who, I don't know if you know your Japanese history at all, but he was the Emperor of Japan until 1989, from I think the 1920s, 1926, I've got my notes down here. So a very, very long period in Japan's history, including the Second World War, which obviously has, well, I don't know, it's difficult to talk about for some people, and can get a bit politically sticky. So officially, the holiday is to celebrate his birthday, but also celebrate the Showa period, which of course was a massive change in Japanese life and Japanese culture. So kind of enjoying and respecting what happened in the Showa period. So it was a very long period. It's about 70 plus years. Yeah, they do that in Japan actually. The emperor has an era basically. They even have a Japanese calendar that's based off this. So when an emperor passes away, or including recently kind of abdicates, then a new era will start, and this calendar will start from year 1 again. So although I'm born in 1982, oh, don't tell anyone, my birth year in Japan is in the Showa period, which is, I don't know, I'll have to look up the name every time. It's Showa 60 something. So sometimes I have to write that on forms. Sometimes you can just write the Western calendar year on there as well, but it's a bit of a pain sometimes, but it's okay. So after the Showa period, we had the Heisei period, which was from 89 to, oh goodness, you put me on the spot. I think maybe 2017 or 2016, and the emperor abdicated at that time. So now we have the Reiwa period. So that's how that works. So actually, this didn't always used to be the Showa Day. It didn't really have a Showa Day for a while. This used to be Greenery Day. I'll talk about Greenery Day a little bit later, but they did switch the calendar around a bit. So since 2007, April 29th was Showa Day. So yeah, it's remembering the Showa period, let's say. Okay, I don't know enough about the politics and all that stuff to really get into it, and I don't want to get anyone angry with me in the comments, so I'll just move on from there. The next one, actually the next 3 holidays, the other 3 holidays are all in a chain. So the next one is on the 3rd of May. That's right. This is Constitution Memorial Day. This has been a holiday since I don't know actually, but the Constitution was renewed or signed or created, the current Constitution, in 1947. Again, obviously after the Second World War. So again, kind of politically sticky. You often get some like protests, or there's a strange thing in Japan. I live quite close to a big main road, and you get these big trucks going past with these huge megaphones on them. And they're blasting out kind of old traditional songs. I feel like that's probably has some particular message that maybe is not very welcoming to foreign people. So I try to avoid anything like that. But that's a very kind of nationalistic day, I suppose. Well, I mean, now we use it to celebrate democracy and the Japanese government on that day. So actually the National Diet Building in Tokyo is open to the public on that day. So that's a way to kind of get in touch with democracy. So that's Constitution Memorial Day. The next one on the 4th of May is Greenery Day. Now, I talked about that before. That used to be on the 29th of April. But now that's Showa Day. So actually this was kind of, I gather it was kind of like a backdoor way of celebrating the Showa Emperor at that time, because, various reasons, but Emperor Hirohito, I'm getting all mixed up. Emperor Hirohito was a big fan of nature and like gardening plants and things like that. So that was kind of like a reflection of that. But I mean, more generally, it's just a day to enjoy nature without any other meanings. If you like it, go to the park, go to botanical gardens. There's a lot of like nice flower festivals at the moment. There's I don't know what the name of it is. There's some nice blue flowers in Maishima in Osaka. They're having a festival, and also the azaleas are all blooming now, so that's quite popular flower in Japan, so you see a lot of azalea bushes everywhere. So that's Greenery Day. That's the 4th of May. Not May the 4th, so you can't say Star Wars Day, that's a different thing. And okay, last one then is the 5th of May is Children's Day. This used to be Boys' Day. There is actually a Girls' Day, separate Girls' Day on the 3rd of March called Hina Matsuri, where they have these little doll displays that they put out. But now it's more generally a Children's Day on the 5th of May. The biggest thing you can notice from there is the big carp banner, things that they fly. They're called koi nobori. They are supposed to symbolize the family. So you have a big black carp at the top, which is symbolizing the father. I think what's next? There's a red one for the mother, I think, and then the children, depending on their age, in that kind of ranking order, I guess. So that's a nice, it's very sort of striking, pretty decoration. So you can see those around town sometimes. Sometimes they also display like miniature suits of armor in their houses. A bit like Hinamatsuri, the Girls' Day, they display little dolls. Because it used to be a Boys' Day, they celebrate with displaying like kind of samurai armor, things like that, or little helmets. They're not always like, what can I say, metal ones. They can be just like paper ones. So that's nice. Actually, this is one of the oldest holidays. This has been celebrated since the 12th century, so yeah, a long time. That was from the Kamakura period. I think I remember that being true. So yeah, this is more about celebrating your children and their happiness, and there's a lot of kind of events as well. Okay, so that's the 4 big holidays, and like I said, kind of most of the gaps in the middle will get filled up with like extra time off. The office will close. Actually, I'm going to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. It's not a holiday, but unfortunately, but it's okay. One day, and then I can enjoy basically a week off. So I'm up for that. So what happens at Golden Week? This is a good opportunity because, of course, people have free time. They can start traveling. They have Golden Week sales for holidays. You can fly somewhere, or take a train. There's train campaigns. Also, like public festivals in the towns as well. So I think Osaka Castle Park. Actually, you remember last year, maybe if you have a long memory, I did a kind of gyoza festival. There's a little thumbnail there with Kentaro. Yes, that was that was in Golden Week. That's in Osaka Castle Park. So they might have like some culture festival, they might have some food festival, all over the place. They're trying to attract people who have some free time. So yeah, I might go and check some of those out during this week. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Golden Week. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and enjoy it now. And once I finish all this editing, I'll try and enjoy it. But thank you very much for listening. Hope that was interesting. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments, or just leave me a comment anyway. I'm getting lonely. Please talk to me. And thank you very much. Enjoy your week. Take care. See you. Bye.